on the grounds of Bishop McGuinness Catholic High School as we get ready to do it up. The spirit lines are on the field. Both teams are out of the locker rooms and getting ready to take the field, as they say.
And the coats are out of the trunks and on the bodies out there. It's pretty cold. I see everybody reaching for an extra jacket or blanket or something to cover up. Pretty brisk up here.
David Polk, let's check in with you one last time before the kickoff. And what's the temperature like down there on the field? Well, I'm losing you, David. I don't know what the deal is. We'll have to figure out what's the problem. We'll check back with David Polk here in a moment. As you hear the crowd take over, they're gonna, the Tigers take the field, as do the Irish. The cheerleaders are now clearing off all the debris. And we're just moments away from the kickoff. And what should be a great ball game. We want to make sure you stay tuned. Later on, we're going to have the Luigi's Playoff Challenge as they join us for the playoff season. Get a chance to win a dinner for two from Luigi's.
Really a nice crowd for the Tigers. In fact, I'm looking. I'm not sure that Ardmore doesn't have more folks than Bishop McGuinness does right now. Well, of course, they are at home, and they probably will arrive later as they wait on the ball game to get started since it's a little cool out.
We know how the Tiger fans are. They come to the state. You know, a lot of people make a day of it. They come up and eat dinner, and they'll make their way here as the game progresses. As we stated during the coin toss, the Irish of Bishop McGuinness have won the coin toss. They will kick off to the Tigers. They're on the field, the Irish wearing green and black with white helmets. The Ardmore Tigers in their white road uniforms. It's got a lot of wear and tear last week against the Altus Bulldogs.
And Terry, you talked a little bit about the bleachers here. Only bleachers on one side of the stadium, so the Tigers pretty far away from any crowd activity as they're going to be on the far side of the field. Of course, the near side will be the home team, Bishop McGuinness, and they do have some sharp uniforms, mostly black with some green striping, white numerals. Of course, Tigers, the road whites, the maroon helmets. And we are just waiting on everybody to get ready as McGuinness is out on the field and got the ball teed up, ready to go. And here come the Tigers.
Thank you, Billy, as I'm working on technical difficulties here with the button starter and alternator sideline. We're going to get him taken care of here in just a minute. Back deep for the Tigers, it will be
Marquise Booker.
Now Jermaine Gresham and Marquise Booker switch spots. Also Jimmy Colbert back deep to do the kicking for the Irish. It's number 5. The kick is away. It's a high, deep one, back deep in and out of the back of the end zone, so it'll be a touchback. Matt Brown, the kicker, with a nice leg there, as he is going to give the Tigers 1st and 10, and we'll call it the Radio Shack first down.
Matt Brown, a 160-pound kicker, and he got all 160 pounds into that one, as that easily carries out of the end zone. Great job. That eliminates any return activity. Tigers with 80 yards to go on this first possession.
The yard to gain, the Radio Shack yard to gain will be the 30-yard line as Radio Shack of Ardmore joins the broadcast as well for the playoff season. I formation for the Tigers. Receivers split left and right. They send a man in motion to the left. They'll hand off to Colbert. He goes up the middle to the 23-yard line. There's a flag on the play in the backfield. We'll have to see the call on that. Let's check in with David Polk and see if he caught the call.
Well, it came from the line judge, so more than likely we could have a chance to back it up just a little bit here. Possibly we have a little bit.
As
that's right.
It's going to be false start against the Tigers, so they'll back up. And David, we're going to have to change the batteries in that mic because it's not. I know that was a brand new battery we put in there, but you're still breaking up, and you're right here in front of us. We appreciate the button starter and alternator sideline report. Button starter and alternator repair, 28 North Commerce. Get your batteries checked for free as the winter months approach, or they're here. Now they're going to call it illegal shift and back them up again.
Well, I was just waiting to see exactly what the diagnosis was there. I saw it declined and then an accepted. Tigers will start at the 15 now. 1st and 15 for the Ardmore Tigers on possession number 1.
Familiar names to the Tiger fans. Drew McAdoo will be is the starting quarterback tonight. Is now Matt Hicks in the slot on the left side, along with Jermaine Gresham to the near side here. And Hicks will go in motion to the right. McAdoo rolls to his right, looking to throw. Throws downfield, got his man over in the far flats. And they're gonna call it incomplete as they say he didn't have possession, but there is a flag on the play, and let's see what the call.
There was Dante Miller, and McGuiness is signaling that it's against the Tigers. As Eldon Miles came out clapping his hands and pointing toward the Tigers. So 2 plays, 2 penalties for the Tigers so far.
And what's that called, David? Or Billy? They're going to back it up. Ineligible man downfield. Penalties decline. It'll bring up 2nd down and 15.
Well, Drew rolling out to his right. One of the linemen must have gotten downfield, but they're going to decline it. So 2nd down and 15 now.
Lone back in the backfield is going to be Colbert. McAdoo will come up under center. He's got 1 receiver to the right, 2 to the near or to the left here on the near side. That's Jermaine Gresham and Justin Day. Draw play to Colbert. Colbert, he's going to get stacked up in the backfield as the linebacker shot the gap, got a hand on him, number 25. That's Greg Dunleavy, who got a hand on Colbert, brings him down. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down and still 16.
Also, defensive lineman Will Powell also in the backfield there. And I tell you what, McGuiness has got some size. They have got good size on defense. Everyone defeated their block at the line of scrimmage, and Jimmy got the handoff, nowhere to go with it.
11:01 in the first as we're just underway. Thanks for joining us. Terry Long with Billy Wallace and David Polk as the Tigers try to dig out of this hole. McAdoo back to pass, looks to his right, hits Jermaine Gresham at the 15. He loses his footing, gets back up to the 20 to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be a gain of 5, and the Tigers will have to punt it away.
And that's why you defer when you win that toss of the coin at the start of the game. Good defense for McGuiness, and they're going to get great field position as their deep back is lining up inside the Ardmore end of the field at the 45-yard line.
Patrick Weaver, the deep back, as he standing on the Ardmore 45. McAdoo back on his own 5-yard line, gets the kick away. It's a line drive wobbler. It hits and takes an Ardmore bounce. It rolls to the midfield, across that, down to the 47-yard line in McGuiness territory. So a nice kick there from Drew McAdoo to at least put them back in their own territory.
Did a great job. He punted it short of the deep back and didn't really give him a chance to come up in field, and got a good roll out of it to get it back beyond midfield there, and just on the other side, at least back in Bishop McGuinness territory.
As number 10, the starting quarterback for the Irish, it'll be Chris Gaspara, I believe. And we're right in front of him. He's under center. He pitches to Weaver. Weaver goes around the left side, hits the midfield, down to the 45-40 as he tries to cut around the outside and gets out there. It'll be good for a 1st down and a gain of 15, almost 16 yards.
And Maurice Grant had to make a saving tackle there. I think it was. Might have been. Was that Maurice?
He gets all the way down to the 36-yard line in Ardmore territory, and what we were fearing was Patrick Weaver. He definitely has some speed as he got to the outside very quickly.
Patrick weighs 160 pounds, but got great wheels, hit the hole in full stride.
Under center, Gaspara. Split receivers left and right. Lone back in the backfield. Draw play to Weaver. Weaver, he bounces off, tries to get outside. He's under pursuit. Nice job there by Stephen Lee to bring him down, but there is a flag on the play as he moved with him laterally. It was a loss of a yard, maybe 2. Let's see what happens.
Well, it looked like the play originally stuffed up. Kevin Andrews plugged up the hole. Weaver tried to bounce it outside, and just great speed for Stephen Lee, although I think somebody grabbed a face mask inadvertently on the way, and so it's still going to go the way of Bishop McGuinness.
And it's going to be a personal foul, 15-yarder, as they move it all the way down to the 24-yard line, make that the 23, and it'll be a 1st down and move the chains.
Irish will have 1st and 10.
And it'll be 1st and 10.
Well, that's too bad. That was a great defensive effort there. Somebody just got a hold of the face mask.
I think I'm good.
There you go. I hear you. Gaspar hands off to Weaver. This time he'll get stacked up in the backfield, loses 4, maybe 5 yards. They'll mark it at the 25-yard line. Make that 3 yards.
That was the fullback, Clay Taylor. Little short handoff inside, kind of using Weaver as a decoy. Tried to sneak it to the fullback. Well read by the Tiger D.
Tigers stack the box inside. They'll send Eldon Miles out to the far side. He's the only receiver out. I formation. Weaver dots the I. Gasparo hands off. Reverse around the outside to the left. Now they throw it deep into the end zone, and I lost track of the ball. It was a fake reverse. And Gaspar hits Eldon Miles in the end zone by himself with nobody there. As they drew that. They ran that reverse perfectly.
They did. It was just a fake reverse. Quarterback rolled to his right, fake the handoff going left. Eldon Miles all by himself got behind the Ardmore cornerback in the end zone, and a nice throw from the quarterback down there, and it was an easy drive for Bishop McGuinness.
8:43 in the first quarter, and the Irish go up 6-0. And on to do the kicking for the Irish, number 5, that's Matt Brown. Left-hander. Or left-footed kicker as he kick is up, and it is good. That's going to make it 7-0. The Irish strike first. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. The Irish up by 7 over the Ardmore Tigers. Brown's kick is high and deep, and it goes into the end zone and out the back for a touchback. And the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 with the Radio Shack line to gain at the 30.
Well, 53-yard scoring drive for McGuinness, and really made it look easy there as they had a good effort out of the running game and then got the surprise, little bit of a trick play, the fake reverse, easy toss to the end zone, Gaspar to Miles for the touchdown, and the early lead and the momentum right now for Bishop McGuinness.
Tigers come out of the huddle. It'll be an I formation. We'll check in with David Polk right after this play. McAdoo under center. Colbert dots the I. Now he moves Colbert into motion. McAdoo keeps it, tries to go up over the tackle with a keeper, and it'll be a no gain, maybe a yard, if that. They'll mark it back at the 20-yard line, no gain, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Tackle made by Greg Dunleavy, and I tell you what, the McGuinness defense is just swarming right now as Ardmore gets the handoff. There is nowhere to go with it. That line of scrimmage is wearing black right now, Terry.
Let's check in with David Polk in the button starter and alternator sideline. David, what's your thoughts so far on the game? Can't hear you. David, I don't know what's the deal. This stadium is not conducive to wireless mics. They'll move a man in motion. Hicks. McAdoo back to pass. He's looking deep. He's got Gresham wide open, and great defensive play there by number 1, Eldon Miles, as he got a hand on it, knocks the ball down. Jermaine Gresham cuts across the middle, and had Miles not done that, if Gresham had caught that, that would have been a touchdown.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Eldon Miles is not a whole lot smaller than Jermaine Gresham. I don't think he's probably 6'7", but he is one of the more sizable corners we've seen this season, and he just reached out there at the last second and raked that football out of Jermaine's hands.
Closed the gap quickly, though, against the Irish. McAdoo back, he'll roll to his right, looks to throw. He does. Gresham pulls it down and brings it in right at the 30-yard line, and it'll be good for the 1st down, it looks like. Let's see what they call. It is a Radio Shack 1st down. Radio Shack of Ardmore brings you the 1st down marker tonight. Check out Radio Shack for all their high-definition TVs and Dish Network. Only at Radio Shack of Ardmore. 1107 Grant. I formation, McAdoo under center. Receivers left and right. Back to pass, looks to throw, down to the left side to Dante Miller, the intended receiver. Him and the receiver both go up, or the defender, Patrick Weaver. Incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
And you can see that some of their best players are playing both ways, as Patrick Weaver is the all-star tailback, and he made a nice defensive play that time. The ball just a little bit underthrown there for Dante Miller, and Patrick Weaver lunged up at the last second and slapped it away.
Let's see if we can check in with David Polk in the button sideline and see if we got David down there. David, are you there? Well, I know his mic's working. He just checked it a second ago, and it was working fine. But not there.
Uh-oh.
Fumble. McAdoo picks it up, tries to make some yardage out of it, but can't. It'll be a loss of 9, or make that 5, 6. They'll mark it at the 24-yard line.
He just never had the snap. Snap just rolled right across the ground between McAdoo's legs. He had to turn around, go back, and get it. And so just about the time the Tigers get something working offensively, something jumps up and bites them there. They're backed up now, 3rd and long situation, 3rd and 17.
3rd and 17, 6:53 in the first quarter. The Tigers have looked very, very confused and not sure what's going on here in the first quarter as under the first few minutes of the ball game. McAdoo rolls to his left, looks, now he pulls it down, he's going to run. He's at the 30, up to the 35 before he's brought down from behind. It'll be a gain of 9, but well short of the first down marker at the 42-yard line. So the Radio Shack first down, not working there. McAdoo will have to punt it away as the Tigers, again, looking shaky on their first 2 possessions.
Well, Drew just scrambling for his life, had no protection whatsoever, just took the ball down and got what he could out of it.
McAdoo gets the kick away. It's a nice high one. Weaver calls for the fair catch, and there's a flag. That looked like, was that 76?
No.
78. That was Andy Mendoza. Didn't see the fair catch signal. Slams him to the ground, so there'll be a flag on the play. As he's back at the 40-yard line, that'll move it up into Ardmore territory.
Boy, Ardmore just needs to run out of the locker room again and start all over. Nothing has gone right in this first quarter.
Personal foul for 15 yards as they ignored the fair catch signal. And that'll make it in 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line in Ardmore territory. What a shaky start here for the Tigers so far this evening. Gaspar under center. He's got 2 receivers out, one left, one right, a lone back in the backfield. That's Weaver. Now he moves a man off the slot, moves him in motion from right to left, or left to right. Weaver comes around the right side, tries to bounce outside, does, but can't quite turn too far as Ellis Knight and Robert Gordon make a nice tackle there on the outside. It'll be a gain of 5, 2nd and 5 to go.
Boy, just good speed for Weaver. Looked like the Tigers, several Tigers in pursuit there, and Weaver just outran him to the corner, get on the edge of the defense, and finally Robert Gordon got him bumped out of bounds.
So far, the Irish have handed the Tigers everything they want this evening. They'll send one receiver to the far side, one here to the near side, and an I formation. Weaver dots the I, the man in motion to the left. Long snap count. Hand off to the fullback up the middle. He spins, he'll gain 3. It's Clay Taylor, the ball carrier. He's brought down after the gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 37-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and a short 2.
I really was looking for a flag. Looked like the tight end on the left side left a little bit early there. But no indication of that. 3rd down and short, now 3rd and 2 for Bishop McGuinness. Down on the Ardmore end of the field at the 37-yard line. Make it the 38-yard line, I guess it's closer to.
Kind of a triple set formation. There's David Polk in the button sideline as Weaver gets smacked down in the backfield. Nice job there. Credit Marquise Booker with the tackle. It'll be a loss of a yard to make it 4th down and 2, maybe 3. And let's see what the Irish are going to do. Let's check in with David Polk in the button sideline.
I'll tell you what, it's a great game if I'm standing right in front of you here at the press box, but I'm not going to get enough reception to be on the other side of the field.
All right, well, we're sorry to hear that. We can hear you over here.
It's right next to us.
Okay. We're going to fix that soon enough. Weaver around the right side. He's going to be short of the first down as the Tiger defense holds, and that may be just the momentum kicker that the Tigers need to shift it. Stephen Lee in on the tackle along with Brian Booker, and a nice job there as they stopped Weaver cold as he tried to turn the corner and just can't get there.
With a deep pitch to Weaver coming to his right side, just great pursuit for the Tigers. And you're right, the biggest play on defense for the Tigers, and something maybe to get them going a little bit on the offensive end.
As the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 from the 40 or the 37-yard line. The line to gain, the Radio Shack first down marker will be at the 47. McAdoo under center, I formation. Receivers left and right. Man in motion, that's Hicks. He goes to the right side. They'll pitch to Colbert. Colbert cuts up inside, hits the 40, up to the 43. Before he's brought down, it'll be a gain of 3. And they'll mark it, make it 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Just a pitch to Colbert going to his right side. Good blocking up front that time as they all got out in front, let him pick and choose. You could almost see him making the read on the run there, ducked up inside, and got a nice game, picked up 6 yards on first down for the Tigers.
3:29 in the first quarter as we're just getting started with Friday night football here on 95.7 KKJ. I formation. Receivers split left and right, and they'll move Hicks to the left side. Pitch to Colbert around the right. Cuts up inside, gets up to the 45 before he hits the pile, and he's brought down there just across the 45-yard line. It'll make it 3rd down and a short 2.
Stephen Jason looked like over there the first Irishman, I guess, is that what you'd call him, the Irishman, to get there in position to make the tackle. And they are very physical on defense. They really pursue the ball well and hold up well in the running game. 3rd down and short, though. Tigers need a first down right here.
Let's check with David Polk and his thoughts so far on the ball game after this play. I formation with the tight end off to the offset. He'll move to the left side. Split receivers left and right. McAdoo play action to the left. Looks to pass downfield. Throws. Got Hicks wide open, and he can't hold on to the football as he was at the 25-yard line with nobody in front of him. And just can't quite bring it in. It'll be incomplete, 4th down and a couple.
Blake Patterson really was beaten there, and Hicks just took his eye off the football a little bit as a perfect strike from Drew McAdoo and a punting situation now for the Tigers.
David Polk, your thoughts on the game so far?
Well, it's been really quick, and McGuiness has brought to us what we were afraid they would, and the Tigers are just now regrouping, so hopefully we'll do a little better here in the rest of the quarter.
McAdoo's kick is a nice high one. Weaver will call the fair catch. This time the Tigers will honor it. The Irish will take over 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. As Tigers off to a shaky start, but the defense held. It looks like the offense started clicking, and like David was saying, you know, you complete that pass, it's a different ball game, but I think the offense is starting to settle down now.
Absolutely. Hicks just looked over his shoulder there on that play, and Hicks has not been that far down the field too much this year. So I think he was a little surprised it came to him. I think he'd catch the next one they threw to him.
David Polk and the Button sideline report from the press box tonight. Was unable to get the wireless. We'll try to get that worked on during the halftime at least, and maybe get him back outside. I know he's looking forward to the cold weather. Gaspara looks to pass. He's got a man downfield, and it's incomplete as Eldon Miles, the intended receiver. And I believe that's Ellis Knight, the coverage. That's Maurice Grant. And great defense there as he had him stride for stride.
I'm telling you, though, Eldon Miles is a thoroughbred. He was hooking it pretty good, and that was just a great defensive play. Maurice Grant never turned around to find the football, just kind of watched the receiver's eyes and reached out and raked that ball away.
As the Irish break the huddle, they'll stay in the I formation, split receivers left and right. Gaspar under center. The Tigers show blitz. They throw over to the left side into the flat, and the play is whistled dead as the line judge here on the near side. David Polk, what do we got?
That's going to be a false start on the McGuiness. They're going to back him up probably here. That'll set him back 5 more yards. It'll be 2nd and 15.
Looked like Trey Epps, the tight end, got a head start on everybody.
Can't do that in high school football, or any other level for that matter. It's 2:09, first quarter.
Or flag football, or Nerf football.
The Irish lead it 7-0. As if you're just joining us, we appreciate you tuning in this evening. A couple of key matchups tonight as the first round of high school playoff football here in the state of Oklahoma starts out tonight. I formation, they'll move everybody to the strong side to here on the right. Gaspara hands off to Weaver. Weaver tries to cut up, and he runs into the Bookers. And I believe Marquise Booker with the tackle.
That was Ellis Knight.
Ellis Knight come up from the safety position and makes a nice stop there.
That was head-to-head with Ellis Knight there. As it looked like he's going to have some running room there, ducked up in there, and Ellis really brought the pads with him.
It'll be a gain of a couple, but it'll make it 3rd down and 11 as the Irish moved the ball very easily the first possession, and the Tigers defense has clamped down a little bit since then. Now we've got a timeout for equipment. Now they'll start the play clock. As Marquise Booker and DeJuan Miles at the linebacker position. Maurice Grant here to the near side of the corner. Robert Gordon on the other side. Gaspara, nobody in the backfield, rolls to his right, looks to throw. Has a man, but can't quite get it to him as he come over here to the out. It's kind of a little 15 and out pattern. The intended receiver, Eldon Miles, can't get it to him, though. It'll be incomplete. 4th down and 11, and the Irish will have to punt it away.
And a good coverage that time again. Maurice Grant has really played well defensively in this first quarter. 1:17 remaining. If you're just tuning in, Bishop McGuinness with the lead 7-0 over the Tigers.
Back to kick will be number 45. That's going to be Towns Homeby, or Homebo. He's on the 15. He gets a nice high spiral kick. Justin Day calls for the fair catch and makes it at the 35 in Ardmore territory. So a nice booming kick. And that's where the Tigers will take over. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line.
And Ardmore has gotten a little bit of confidence with each possession. This is possession number 4 for the Tigers. They just missed on a good-looking pass play to Matt Hicks on the last possession, and the defense has kind of shored things up late in this first quarter. Now it's time for the offense to go out and make something happen.
I formation. Tight end offset to the right side. He'll move now to the left side. That's Hicks. Draw play. Colbert bounces outside, 35, 37-yard line before the Irish converge. It'll be a gain of a couple of yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 8.
Jimmy Colbert ran through an ankle tackle. Jack Randolph reached out in the backfield, thought he had him there, and Colbert, good balance back there to run through that tackle to pick up a couple of yards.
I tell you what, on that last series, Gaspara went back to throw that pass, and while it was incomplete, he met one of the Bookers face to face, so I'm sure he'll be a little more gun shy on this next series with the defense.
McAdoo under center, moves Hicks to the right side. Play action, rolls, under pressure, cuts back, now he throws downfield. Matt Hicks catches it and he drops it at the 37-yard line. It'll be incomplete. And they'll have to try it again, as that'll make it 3rd down and 7.
Well, Matt's having a tough time hanging on to the ball. It is cold out there, folks, but that time he actually got behind Patrick Weaver, the exciting tailback for Bishop McGuinness back there in coverage. Matt had the opening. Just ball thrown a little bit lower, couldn't make the catch on top of the turf.
Gotta like the offensive scheme, though, that the Tigers have put together, as Matt Hicks has been open a couple of times now, and the Irish haven't answered as far as coverage-wise.
Well, Hicks has been open, Miller's been open, Jermaine's been open, so we just need to catch some.
McAdoo under center, strong right side, lone back in the backfield. He'll move Miller into motion to the right. Rolls to his right, now he's under pressure, throws it out into the flat, and it's caught at the 47-yard line. It'll be good for a Radio Shack 1st down.
Glad to see him come back to Matt Hicks. Good reception that time as he got just beyond the sticks and reined that one in for a 1st down. And a great job, Coach Lloyd, going right back at the guy that's dropped a couple, showing him that he's got complete faith in him, and a big 1st down for the Tigers.
Radio Shack of Ardmore brings you the 1st down marker. At the 47-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10. The line to gain, the 42-yard line in Irish territory as the quarter comes to a close. So So we're going to take a timeout as the Ardmore Tigers trail by 7, but they're on the move. We're back after this on 95.7 KKHA. You're going to have to listen to Terry Bell on Monday morning, and he'll ask the question. You give him the right answer, and you'll win a dinner for 2 from Luigi's. We'll do that right after this first play here in the second quarter. The Luigi's Playoff Challenge. McAdoo's under center. He's got a lone or receiver here to the left side, one to the far side. Matt Hicks in motion. Handoff to Colbert. Colbert pushes it up, spins to his left, and falls forward up to the 48-yard line across midfield. Make that, they'll mark him down at the 49 as his knee hit the ground. Not a very good spot. It'll be 2nd down and 6. The Luigi's Playoff Challenge, Dama Bianca, what's in it? It's chicken or veal, sauteed with mushrooms and brandy wine cream sauce. A brandy wine cream sauce over spaghettini. Spaghetti.
So what are we supposed to do? Call Terry Bell and tell him what it's in it?
Call Terry Bell what's in the in Dama Bianca when he asked for it on Monday morning. 9 o'clock. McAdoo under center. Rolls. Loses his footing, and he's going to get swarmed there as he went to the left, tried to turn to pass. Couldn't quite hold on to it as he lost his footing in that tall grass.
And I tell you what, the only place that there's not tall grass is in the middle of the field. The crown on the field is just almost dirt, just a little bit of green on it, and it was kind of soft as I walked across it. So it doesn't surprise me that he lost his footing there.
Well, there's a little bit of moisture in there, it seems like. A little bit of a haze out there.
Yes, there is. It is chilly out there.
3rd down and 14.
We've seen 2 or 3 players slip already in this first half.
It was a loss of 4 yards. The ball marked at the 44-yard line. Back in Ardmore territory. McAdoo will have to take a timeout as he doesn't like what he sees on the defense. We'll take one as well. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Oklahoma City, Bishop McGuinness High School. Terry Long with Billy Wallace and David Polk. Drew McAdoo under center. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Back to pass. He looks downfield, throws over the top, and it's going to be high and out of bounds as Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. It'll be incomplete, and that'll make it 4th down and 14, so the Tigers will punt it away. Let's talk a little bit about some of the first quarter stats.
I tell you what, guys, it was really pretty even. First downs are 3 and 3. Total yards rushing, Ardmore has 35 on 8 carries. The Irish have 26 on 8 carries. Total passing yards net for both is 25, and of course the Irish had that big touchdown reception on the reverse and the pass. That's really the story in the first half.
McAdoo's kick is a high spiral, and it's going to be fielded at the 20, fumbled, and now there's a pile. There's lots of confusion on the field. The referees jump in there.
And the Tigers have a chance. There's some white jerseys in that area.
They are in the pile, but it looks like McGuinness recovered their fumble. So they'll keep it at the 24-yard line, and that's where they'll take over, 1st and 10.
Looked like number 45, Towns Hombo, came back with the football for McGuinness. And, boy, that's a break for McGuinness because it looked like the Tigers might have a chance at that fumble. And thanks for those stats, by the way, for Roger Morgan, David Seeley, and his assistant sitting right here behind us in the booth. Going to be handy to have him in here with us tonight.
The only score tonight came on the first possession from scrimmage for the Bishop McGuinness Irish. As they
25-yard pass play on a reverse pass play.
4 plays and 53 yards. And that summary brought to you by Crystal Clear Communications, your authorized Verizon wireless agent. 808 12th Street Northwest. Stop out and check out all the new phones as Gasparo gets under pressure from the Tigers, and he'll take a shot from Booker.
Justin Fields.
And Justin Fields and a few others. There were a couple of Tigers in there.
Several hit him, but I think Justin got the biggest chunk.
And
Gaspar seems to be just a little bit woozy as he's walking back into the huddle there. They're talking to him, looking at him like he might not be sure where he's at.
You know, the Tiger
see on this play.
Guys, the Tiger defense has kind of figured this thing out. They have played well on the last 3 possessions for Bishop McGuinness.
a loss of 4, second down and 14. Gaspar under center. He's got a lone or 2 set back. 2 back set, let me put it that way. Throws over here to the left side.
Oh.
Almost intercepted, but it will be complete at the 30-yard line as Maurice Grant went for the interception. He got lucky.
Oh, yes, he did.
Eldon Miles lost his footing, so he's down at the 30 because had he not, it would have been a touchdown.
Oh, that is scary. As he almost got there, did Maurice Grant, but if he doesn't, or if that was a well-thrown ball, Miles is still running there as he is they're thoroughbred anyway, but that ball just too far out in front of him was not able to lay out and make the catch.
Gain of 12, third down and 3. I formation with an offset tight end. Gaspar looks to throw. Play action, throws it out into the flat, and it's caught at the 35. It'll be complete there. Number 32, John Kringer, the receiver. And that'll be good for a first down and move the chains.
Kringer also a linebacker on defense. He just found a little soft spot in the zone defense there for the Tigers, just enough to get beyond the yard marker for the first down.
Well, the Tigers have shut down the run of Patrick Weaver, the stud, so has forced the Irish to go into a passing attack. First and 10 from the 35-yard line. Back to pass, Gaspar, pump fakes. Now he's going to go downfield. Eldon Miles, the receiver. And now we're going to get a flag on the play. Maurice Grant is going to get called for interference as Miles had him beat, but the ball was really poorly thrown.
That was a ball that was going to be out of bounds. It was a ball that had Grant not done anything with it, it would have been an incomplete pass. But again, Grant beaten just a little bit. I think he was a little afraid he was going to get past him, so he put the arm on it.
I think you're right, and I'm not sure that's a bad play there because Miles can go with it. And, you know, he reached out and probably got an arm there just to make sure that thing wasn't a reception.
Gaspar has proven that he can throw the ball and hit folks, so you take those chances at that point in time.
As they mark off the penalty, it'll put it right at midfield. It'll be good for a first down, or automatic first down. And it'll be first and 10 there. As the passing attack, they've got some speedsters on the Irish offense that have given some of the secondary a run for their money. Gaspar under center, moves a man in motion to the left, drops the football, and he's going to just have to fall on it, and he'll get covered by Brian Booker. It'll be a loss of 4, maybe 5. They'll mark it at the 46-yard line, and it'll be second and 15.
Mark of a senior there, Chris Gaspar, just went down and recovered the football. Didn't try to pick it up, had a chance to pick it up and try to make something out of the play, just made sure he secured that football.
7-0. Irish on top right now with 8:29 in the first half remaining. Gaspar under center, I formation. A single receiver here to the left side. Gaspar takes the snap. Reverse, fake. Now he's going to try to throw it out here. The Tigers read it. Now Marquise Booker back deep. Number 3, the intended receiver, David Sirleaf. He can't quite get to it as he had Marquise Booker kind of turned around.
Yeah, but he turned toward the inside, the ball thrown over his outside shoulder, tried to turn around and make a catch. Very difficult situation. That's good defense. Tigers really had read that fake reverse pretty well there, and you got to credit Gaspar, though, as he got the ball out there and gave his receiver a chance.
He could have pulled the chain a whole lot quicker there and hit him maybe 10, 12 yards earlier down the field, and it would have been good for a reception, but he got a little greedy, and it cost him.
Well, and that's the play that burned the Tigers in the first series for the touchdown. Gaspar will take the snap, but now we got flags on the play. They'll blow it dead. Let's see what the call is from the white hat.
It's going to be procedure. False start there on the offense. Going to back them up 5 more, and again, it's going to be now instead of a 3rd and 14, it'll be 3rd and 19 for the Bishop McGuinness of Fighting Irish.
David Polk and his in-house referee there. We'll give him that title. Button starter and alternator sideline report up in the press box tonight. We've got some technical difficulties.
Hey, he's not complaining. It's warm in here.
That's what
I'm kind of happy about it.
He's got a better seat, actually.
This is a beautiful facility here. Is the press box 2-tiered, And
And
great
heated.
place to do a game.
It's heated, by the way.
Gaspar under center. He rolls to his left. Bootleg. Looks to throw down in the flat. Eldon Miles, the intended receiver. Ellis Knight gets a hand on it, knocks it away. Robert Gordon almost intercepts the tip. But still, the Tigers' defense has shut them down again.
Well, we saw Ellis Knight do it with his helmet and his pads. That time did it with his head and his height as he reached out and tipped that ball. Almost gave his helper back there, Robert Gordon, a chance to make the interception. Good defensive stand for the Tigers.
Incomplete, 4th down and 19 to go. That'll make the Irish punt it away as Hombo, however you say it, at the 28-yard line, the kicker. Punts it away. It's a nice high spiral. Justin Day with the fair catch on. He'll catch it at the 20-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
Tiger defense, I'm telling you, they gave up the big pass play a minute ago. And as it turns out, David, we talked about Maurice making a great play. I think he did when he actually interfered a while ago but didn't give up a touchdown.
I think that's exactly what would have happened there if he could have reached up and grabbed it. Again, Maurice was just behind it just a little bit and did probably a really good thing. The defense, again, Billy, as you say, is doing a great job tonight except for that one play. And I don't think they'll get burned on that one again.
The Radio Shack of Ardmore 1st down line to gain is the 30. The Tigers 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. McAdoo under center. Back to pass. Throws out into the flat. Gresham with the catch at the 25. Stutter steps. Breaks a tackle. Then he'll get swarmed as 3 of the Irish get over there. It'll be a gain of 8, and they'll mark it at the 28-yard line. Nice job there by Jermaine Gresham.
7:35 remaining. Plenty of time for the Tigers. Just down by the one score, 7-0 the score. Bishop McGuinness with the lead. Tigers with a little extra confidence now. Defense has really played solid, really the second half of the first quarter and the entire second quarter up to this point. And now the offense has started to come around a little bit, move the football.
Came out confused in the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Had a lot of penalties, a couple of personal fouls, and just couldn't stop anything. But like you said, played very well here since then. McAdoo under center, hands off to Colbert. Colbert around the right side, cuts up inside, and gets up to the 33-yard line. It'll be good for the Radio Shack. 1st down, and move the chains.
Good fundamentals that time. Jimmy Colbert protecting that football as he cradled it there. One of the defenders reached out. Stephen Jason reached in, tried to rake that football out as he went by, and Jimmy had a good grip on it.
And again, you can see on the Ardmore sideline is getting to be a little happier sideline, with a little more momentum moving for them, and that'll be good as we move into the end of the second quarter.
I formation. McAdoo takes the snap, back to pass, looks to the flat, tries to hit Gresham on the outside, throws it out there, but there is a flag on the play. Let's send it to David Polk and his thoughts on what that flag is going to be all about.
That's going to be interference on Eldon Miles. Miles has been all over Gresham tonight, and there have been a couple of times that they could have thrown that flag earlier in the last series, but we're going to get an interference call here on Eldon Miles.
Boy, you talk about 2 big-time athletes, so Eldon Miles and Jermaine Gresham. And Miles, again, does not give up that much size. He's got to be in the 6'4", 6'5" range, and a very athletic young man. And that's quite a battle going on out there on the field.
Still 10 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 as they'll mark it at the 48-yard line. And it's an automatic 1st down. The new Radio Shack 1st down marker will be at the 43 in Irish territory. Two receivers to the left. That's Dante Miller and Jermaine Gresham in the slot I formation. McAdoo pitch to Colbert. Colbert around the left side. Hits the 45 up to the 43. It'll be just shy of the 1st down. And that is how you move the football on the ground.
Jimmy Colbert gets things going in a hurry, too. When he saw the opening come open, it didn't take him long to get through it, as he just put a head down and charged through there like a charging rhino and got it out close to the 1st down. 2nd and 1 now for the Tigers. 6:15 remaining in the second quarter.
You could just feel the confidence building for the Tigers as they try to get back to tie this score up here in the second quarter. 6:06 in the first half remaining. McAdoo spins around, turns, hands off to Dante Moore. He's going to be stood up and spun around, but then he still goes forward. It'll be a gain of about a half a yard.
Well, you got to credit Dante there as he got hit in the backfield by Tyler Cunningham.
Yes, he did. It's going to be close, but I'm really not sure they'll call for a measurement here. The official's looking really close, and I think now he's just decided, well, let's just see. We'll see. It's going to be 3rd and really short, or it'll be a 1st down.
The Radio Shack 1st down. Radio Shack of Ardmore, high-definition TVs. All your electronic needs for the Christmas. Check out the new radio-controlled cars. 1107 Grand in Ardmore. That's your Radio Shack of Ardmore. As the Radio Shack first down marker is going to be just shy. It'll be about 6 inches. From what I see, maybe a little bit more.
Just the nose of the football there. And again, that's the reason why the official had a hard time deciding whether he needed to do something with it.
Say something, Billy.
You're the guy. I'm just supposed to fill in here and there, you know.
Connelly Field, Bishop McGuinness High School. That's where we're at if you're just joining us. 5:55 in the second quarter of play. The Irish lead by 7 over the Ardmore Tigers. When we take a break next, we're going to try to find out some of the area scores that are going on around. Plainview's taking on Millwood just up the road here. There's a lot of games tonight here in round 1 of the high school playoffs in the state of Oklahoma. McAdoo under center, back to pass, looks, pump fakes, decides to keep it, hits the 40 up to the 36-yard line. It'll be good for a first down. The Radio Shack first down, chains will be moving. Mark it there.
Well, Drew found a crease on the left side, ducked his head in there. I'm not sure what the play call was there as he was retreating. And then I don't know if it was a quarterback draw situation or if he just turned it into a quarterback draw, but whatever,
well,
it was effective for a first down.
He pump faked and there was green all around him.
No receivers on the field, so he turned it up, found a crease, and then got a good yardage down at the 36-yard line.
First and 10 from the 37-yard line. McAdoo under center, hands off, keeps it, pulls up to the 30, down to the 27. And now the Tigers moving the ball at will on the ground. It'll be a gain of 9 as they mark it at the 27-yard line. That'll be a gain of 10, make it a... The Whitehead just said first down, but I don't think he meant
it. No, it's a gain of about 8.5 there. It's going to be second and quite, not quite
Maybe he
two.
was just starting the clock, and I caught the hand as he was coming up. I'm not. 4:39 in the second quarter. McAdoo under center. High formation. He'll keep it, pushes it forward, surges on, gets up to the 25-yard line.
Now we can watch the wide hat and see what he thinks.
As they get a good spot, but they're going to call it out for a measurement. As again, the Tigers will not be convincingly good for the Radio Shack first down, but it will get a measurement.
This is where it's a little difficult for me up here. Generally, I can stand down there and eyeball it for you, but with the technical difficulties, I get to play in the press box tonight.
Now you know how we feel.
Close.
Not a good angle.
First down.
It's a Radio Shack first down. That's the Radio Shack of Ardmore. As the Tigers have now moved the ball convincingly, starting back deep at their own 20-yard line, and now first and 10 from the 26-yard line in Irish territory.
Terry, there's 4:19 remaining. Tigers still with 2 timeouts, so plenty of time to pick up the score here.
McAdoo under center, offset eye. Back to pass screen. Caught by Moore at the 25, down to the 20, down to the 19. And a nice play call there by the Ardmore offensive coaches.
And that's a tight end, Matt Hicks. Just a center screen there. Well executed by Drew McAdoo. Kind of jumped up in the air, laid the ball in there perfectly for Hicks. Gave him a chance to catch the ball and take it further down the field.
I saw the 7. I thought it was 37. I guess it was 27. Sorry about that, Matt. Would say watch the playback, but we're not real sure what happened last week.
So you better be listening tonight.
Don't call the radio station.
Don't call the radio station. It's not our fault. As they are recording it, though. McAdoo on a keeper, goes over the left side, surges through the line, and he'll be good for the first down, I believe, as they'll mark it at the 26-yard line, and it'll be a Radio Shack first down. Move the chains, and mark the ball. As they mark it, that's the 15-yard line.
Boy, what a drive for the Tigers. Again, started at their own 20 at about the 7-minute mark. So it's been a great drive for a lot of reasons, using a lot of time. And I think Drew McAdoo just called a timeout for the Tigers there, Terry.
He did. We'll take one as well. We'll take a 30. We're back after this on 95.7 KKHA. High School. Terry Long, Billy Wallace, and David Polk, because I just broke the chair, folks. It's a heck of a night here in the press box.
That's okay. I have to stand all night every ball game, so you'll be okay.
I just don't want to block David Seeley and the Daily Ardmore and those fine folks and the Robert Morgan.
Roger.
Robert. We'll get it right before the night's over with.
There's 3:09 remaining in the second quarter.
Since you're the halftime interview tonight.
Yeah, 3:09 remaining in the second quarter with the Ardmore Tigers down 7-0, looking to go score here. We're 14 yards out.
1st and 10 from the 14. McAdoo will move into the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Lone back in the backfield. That's Colbert. Dante Moore leads the charge there as McAdoo follows right behind him. It'll be a gain of 2, maybe 3. They'll mark it just shy of the 11-yard line. It's going to make it 2nd down and a long 6.
And David Polk, Tigers with the wind at their back here. Pretty good breeze out there as I look at that American flag on top of the scoreboard. So, you don't want to settle for the field goal, but it may be a good option in a few minutes if they're not able to pick up the touchdown.
Well, Ryan Keaton certainly has the leg for it, and I think they've shored up the things they needed to with the field goals from last week, so he'll be ready.
McAdoo under center. Offset eye to the right side. McAdoo play action right, rolls. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go. 15. He'll keep it down to the 12. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll be no gain. Loss of a yard, actually. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
And the clock is still running, so he must not have gotten out of bounds. Tigers still have 1 timeout. We're down to the 2-minute mark now.
Still plenty of time, though, for the Tigers to do what they need to do.
2 minutes left on the clock here in the first half of play as the Tigers get off to a shaky start and allow the Irish to score on their first series. But ever since then, the defense has shut them down. And the Tigers have moved the ball here very effectively on this drive as they started back deep on their own 20-yard line. Now with the ball at the 12, 3rd down and 7. McAdoo will go under center. Lone back, that's Jimmy Colbert. Dante Miller over to the slot on the right along with Gresham. Now Miller moves in motion. McAdoo back to pass, throws over the middle, and a great defensive effort there by Eldon Miles as the intended receiver, Jermaine Gresham, in the end zone. Can't quite bring it down. Miles gets a hand on it, knocks it away.
We talked about that matchup all night. Eldon Miles, a great defensive play there as Gresham was open, but not by much, and a pretty good effort from McAdoo. Rifled that ball in there. Just a good defensive play.
That's going to bring on the kicking unit as Ryan Keaton tees it up at the 20-yard line. It'll be a 30-yard field goal attempt. Drew McAdoo, the holder. Last week, the field goal and the kicking game became a very important part of this of the offense. There's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. And that's going to put the Tigers on the board. 7-3 as the 2-minute, still 2:01 left in the first half. But the Tigers get off the donut. We're back after this. 90. Ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Back deep, it'll be number 3, David Sirleaf, for the Irish. The kick is away. It's a high one, and it's fielded at the 10, 15, 20, 25. He breaks a tackle to the 30, 35, 40, 45 before he's finally brought down by number 17. That's Dante Miller. The ball carrier, Blake Patterson, as he gets it all the way out to the 45-yard line, just shy of midfield. And Blake Patterson, for those of you who listen during the baseball season, a great arm here and a great pitcher. here for the Irish as he shut the Tigers down in the final game of the semifinals of the state championship there.
And the wide guy that time in kick coverage thought he had him and reached in. Everybody sucked in inside. Patterson fought through the tackle and got back outside.
Gaspar under center. Pitch to Weaver. Weaver at the 40. Tries to cut up, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Great defensive effort there. Number 34.
Stubblefield.
Jermaine Stubblefield with a huge tackle to drop Weaver for a loss of 6.
That's just speed on speed. As Stubblefield can run equally well with Weaver, and he just fought through the blocker and wrapped him up in the backfield.
You got to think he was the spy, and his job was to go anywhere that Patrick Weaver was. And that again, Billy, as you said, matched speed against speed, and that time Stubblefield won.
1:15 left in the first half. I formation. 2 receivers to the right. Now they'll send a man in motion to the left. That's Patterson. They'll play action to Weaver.
Look out.
Now there's a man wide open out on the sideline, and he's got it to 30, 20, 15, 10, 5 touchdown. That's Clay Taylor, as he was just wide open out there by himself on a missed assignment there on the Ardmore defense.
Yeah, busted coverage there. Play action pass. Sucked somebody out of position there. And Taylor all by himself right in front of the Ardmore bench, and nobody between he and the goal line.
Not what the Tigers needed is they get ready to end this first half of play. They kind of wanted to go in. It would have been a lot better going in 7-3 than the 14-3 as Brown gets ready to attempt the extra point. There's the snap. The kick is up. And it is good. It'll make it 14-3. With 55 seconds left here in the first half, we're back after this on 95.7 KKJ. McGuiness High School, that's where we're located. I'm Terry Long with Billy Wallace and David Pope as the Tigers trail 14-3 with 55 seconds left here in the first half of play. Back deep for the Tigers will be Jimmy Colbert. Now Jermaine Gresham and Dante Miller will switch positions with Colbert and Marquise Booker. Matt Brown gets ready to kick off. Kicks it into the end zone and out the back. The first couple of times he's kicked. This time, Jermaine Gresham will get a chance as he bobbles the reception, gets it at the 15, up to the 20, still on his feet. Now he's back to the 15. They'll give him forward progression to the 19-yard line. That's where the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 with 46 seconds left on the clock and 1 timeout.
And boy, the big touchdown pass, Gaspar to Taylor, just really takes the wind out of yourselves. Tigers had played so well and had held the ball for almost 6 minutes, a minute ago, to get the field goal, and then they come out and take it right down the field to score. Ardmore's answered the challenge all year, though, and they never get down, as we saw against Shawnee. Really played a whole ball game before anything good went right for them, and so you expect the Tigers to put together something positive here.
David Polk, your thoughts?
Exactly, I think what Billy said. Ardmore is really struggling on the big play. They've had a couple of, the first one was obviously a trick play that they scored 7 on, and again, that one they just had a little bit of a miscommunication and a drop in coverage to let them outside to score. 60 yards on 2 plays on that drive.
Well, they got 46 seconds to see if they can do something here. I formation, receivers left and right. McAdoo back to pass. He'll pull it down and keep it. Hits it up to the 25, 30. 34-yard line. It'll be good for a first down. Now McAdoo moves quickly over to the sideline to get the play to try and set something up as they stop the clock while they move the chains. McAdoo back out to the huddle before they set the chains and start the clock.
Boy, Drew gets a workout. He has to run to the sideline and back before they started the clock there.
Same formation. Split receivers left and right. It'll be Jermaine Gresham here on the near side. He'll back him. McAdoo backs him up. Colbert on a draw play, 35, 37-yard line, as I think the Tigers don't want to run the risk of turning it over. But if something breaks and they get the big play, then that's what they'll take. But they're going to go into the locker room. They'll have time for one more play, possibly. 2 seconds, and that's going to do it as the first half comes to a close. 14-3, the Tigers trail Bishop McGuinness Fighting Irish. We'll be back with some halftime stats as well as a kind of a year recap statistics for the season for the Tigers. We'll have all that for you right here next on 95.7 KKJ.
Shack sponsoring the first
Radio
down.
Shack first down
tonight. I appreciate those guys coming into the playoff situation here for the Tigers.
And to be honest with you, without the sponsors, the broadcast would not be possible, as they wouldn't. We wouldn't be here. Let's talk a little bit about the prescription for success for the second half and the Pharmacy Plus in Medill. And Billy, your thoughts on what the Tigers need to do here in the
eliminate the big plays. For Bishop McGuinness, the defense has played well on 90% of the plays. It's just that 10% that's killing them there. The big plays have killed the Tigers in the first half. Shore that up, and I think the Tigers have a chance here.
I think the Tigers have done a great job so far as stopping the run. Weaver probably with negative yardage, not much at all from him, as he's the stud. They like to get him the ball, 30 times in the ball game, and he's not touched the ball very much as we force him to pass. He's 7 carries for 20 yards, and that's not very much from a guy who's used to running up in the hundreds. But I think that's the key. And catch the football.
Continue to tackle that guy, and don't forget those guys going deep on you.
Pharmacy Plus in Medill brings you the prescription for success each and every week. Whatever you need, they will work with your doctor or nurse to ensure the best home health care available. Choose Pharmacy Plus in Medill, 211 South 1st Street, helping you to take care of yourself. As the captains have come out, and we're just moments away here. 14-3 the score. The Tigers lead or trail to the Bishop McGuinness Fighting Irish. The Irish won the toss in the first half. They deferred here to the second half, so they'll get the ball first as we get ready to get underway here. Back deep for the Irish, it'll be David Sirleaf, number 3, also number 32. John Cringer, and number 16, Blake Patterson. As the Tigers tee it up with the 40-yard line, Ryan Keaton to do the kicking. Terry Long with Billy Wallace and David Polk as we get ready here to start the second half. Thanks for joining us.
And Ryan will have the wind at his back as the Tigers will kick from north to south, so you're looking for a good kick here. Pin them a little bit deeper. Bishop McGuinness had the upper hand in field position in that entire first half.
Keaton's kick is up, and it's going to be a high floater as it's caught at the 10, to the 15, to the 20, 25, and he's just leveled right there.
Stubblefield.
And that was number Kringer with the reception, or was that?
That was Weaver, and that was Stubblefield as he got to meet Stubblefield about the 20-yard line.
And that's where they'll mark it, 1st and 10 for the Fighting Irish at the 22-yard line, as he was just leveled there.
We have seen Jermaine play some offense quite well for the Tigers, and he's a big hitter. We've seen a couple of nice defensive plays, and that was a big-time hit right there.
As the Irish come out, Gaspar will be under center. He's got an offset I formation, 2 receivers stacked to the left side. Now they move a man in motion to the right. They'll pitch to Weaver. Weaver tries to get outside. He's going to get tracked down from behind, and then he tries to get away. He kept Stephen Lee with the tackle there. He created him, made him slow down and stop almost, where the rest of the Tiger defense come over and make
Kevin Andrews staying at home there. That's that little reverse pitch. We've seen the Sooners and also the OSU Cowboys both run that play where you fake the ball going one way, pitch it back quickly to the left, trying to get Weaver one-on-one out on the corner. Just a great effort by Kevin Andrews.
2nd down and 10, no gain on the play. I formation. Weaver dots the I. Gaspar under center, split receivers left and right. He's back to pass. Throws it out to the flat on the right side. It'll be out wide to the right. It'll be incomplete as Miles, the intended receiver, nowhere near him.
Good pressure that time for Brian Booker and also Dante Moore. Hurry and Gaspar there just really hurried to throw, couldn't get it to Miles.
You'd really like to see 3 and out here for the Tiger defenses to come out of the locker room here in the second half of play as we're just underway with 11-12 in the third. David Polk, we did our prescription for success. We'll get yours next as we finish up this play here. Gaspar under center, I formation. Receivers left and right. Back to pass. Now it's a draw play. Weaver, he's going to get tracked and stacked as he's not going to get anywhere thanks to Steven. No, that's Gene Cormier with a nice ankle tackle there. And it'll be a loss of a yard. They'll mark it at the 28-yard line, and that'll be 4th down and 3 and out for the Irish.
Yeah. And I tell you, you talk about the prescription for success there, Terry. It's doing just that to the Irish, stopping the big play, stopping the offense, and giving the Ardmore Tigers a chance to score.
As the Irish get ready to line up to punt, back deep, it's number 15. It's a 45. It hits at the 45-50, across midfield. Justin Day walks away from it, and the Irish will down it right there at the 41-yard line. That's number 81, Terry Epps.
Great job on that change of possession, though, for the Tigers. Nice stand by the defense. Good coverage. It's been a team effort on this first possession for Bishop McGuinness as the kick coverage team did a great job. Jermaine Stubblefield with the big hit, and then a 3 and out situation on defense and great field position for the Tigers to start at their own 41-yard line.
McAdoo comes out under center to start the second half. Offensive possession here for the Tigers. Receivers left and right. Hicks in motion to the right. Pitch to Colbert. Colbert tries to bounce outside, turns the corner, gets to the 35 or 45, up to the 46-yard line before he's brought down there. It'll be a nice gain of 6, almost 7 yards.
Jimmy Colbert, nice job waiting on the block. Got a great block from Dante Moore, the fullback outside. Jimmy very patient, kind of waited till his man got in position to make the block, then broke it out to the left side. Nice pickup of 5 yards on first down. Looks like a long 5.
Yes, it does.
Closer to the 6 yards on first down.
And it'll be, but they'll say 2nd and 5. Dante Miller over here to the near side. Jermaine Gresham in the slot. Justin Day to the far side. Colbert the lone back. McAdoo under center, throws to Gresham. Caught at the 35, cuts up inside 50 to the 45 into the Irish territory. It'll be good for a Radio Shack first down. Move the chains and mark them at the 43-yard line.
That's a quick hitter, just a little slant there to Gresham, and he almost ran out of the pack there. A couple of Bishop McGuinness players had to combine to make the tackle, but nice to see that as he really caught the ball with some momentum working on that south end zone.
Well, even as good as Miles is on that play, he's given Jermaine a 6 or 7 yard cushion there, and when he does that, we're going to pick up 6 or 7 every time.
Gresham, the lone receiver, out to the left side. And we'll put Miller out here on offset. McAdoo back to pass. He's going to get stacked up, though, and he'll be brought down quickly as the defense got good pressure in on him. That's number 66, Nicholas Hudico.
Oh, my God.
Man.
Well, that time Quentin Grant just Hudico just got away from Grant just a little bit there and kind of put the hurt on McAdoo, but he's up and running and doing well.
Initially looked like good protection for McAdoo as he was waiting patiently for the receiver to come open, and Hudico just made a fine play as he fought through the blocker there, but initially looked like Drew going to have a chance to make the throw downfield.
Loss of 6, 2nd down 16 from the 49-yard line. McAdoo under center, I formation. Miller in motion to the left. McAdoo hands off to Colbert, bounces up, hits to the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get almost back to the original line of scrimmage, just shy of it. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down and 11.
Defensive end Jack Randolph with the tackle there as it looked like there might be something working out left there, and he's just staying home at that defensive end position. Made a good sure tackle.
There's a whole new slew of linemen come in for the Irish. I believe that's their speed group. They're expecting a pass here. McAdoo under center, offset eye with Dante Moore and Jimmy Colbert. McAdoo to throw, gets tracked, stacked, and he'll be dropped for a loss. It'll be a loss of 2 as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing there as the Irish defense got good penetration It'll be 4th down and 14, and that'll bring on the punting unit.
And boy, David called it right. 4 substitutions there. Maybe it was you. One of you guys talked about the substitutions coming in as McGuiness runs in some defenders for that perfect situation or 3rd and long situation. Just no protection that time for Drew.
Weaver back deep for the Irish. It's a line drive kick as it gets to, and I think the Irish got a hand on it, but it rolls out of bounds at the 20-yard line, maybe the 18. Let's see. And that's where they'll mark it. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 18.
And I'll tell you that one, again, we talk about that last play there. That was a coverage sack. McAdoo's back is looking. All 3 of our receivers were out, and there were 3 receivers with 6 players on them. So Drew had really no place to go, pulled it down, and just couldn't fight through the lineman to get any yardage on that one and set up that punt.
The Buttons starter and alternator sideline report from the press box tonight. Is, for some reason we're getting interference. Can't get down on the field. David Polk with that report. As Gaspar throws it out here into the flat. Miles, the receiver, he catches it at the 20. They're going to call a face mask on the play as the flag comes flying in. As they mark it right at the 20.
And that's a tough one. I'm really not sure that was a face mask. I know he had his hand in the face mask because Miles is coming off the field, and he's been literally got hit in the mouth there, so, and in the eye. So they are going to call a face mask and kick off a pretty significant 15-yard penalty.
Personal foul, and kind of the way the Tigers started the first half as they came out with a couple of personal fouls early on in the ball game.
Well, Miles kind of fumbled that pass, didn't catch it cleanly, and the defender, thinking he had a chance to react to get there quick enough to keep it to no gain, just reached up and got a hold of that face mask.
It might have been trying to knock the ball down and just inadvertently grabbed the mask, but they're going to call him for it. Gaspar under center, 2 receivers to the right, 1 left. Hand off to Weaver. He gets stacked up there. Marquise Booker, DeJuan Miles makes a nice tackle. At the 37, 38-yard line, it'll be a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7.
That was Blake Patterson. He's a senior, 170-pounder. He's running tough inside. Not a lot there, though. Did pick up 3 yards. And they have a lot of weapons, as Bishop McGuinness. They've got some good-looking athletes.
Gaspar under center. Weaver dots the I. Receivers left and right. Back to pass. Gaspar throws to the flat over the right side, and it's going to be out of the reach of the receiver, the intended man, David Searleaf. Nothing there as he was running a little 5 and out. Maurice Grant right there with him. It'll be 3rd down and 7 after the incompletion.
Good job. Brian Booker getting his arms up in the air. Didn't get to the passer that time, but got his hands up, made him throw over his outstretched hands, and really probably took some of his vision away from the receiver, just led him a little bit too much.
Tigers trail 14-3 the score, 6:12 left in the 3rd quarter as the Irish have had the ball twice here. Play action. Gaspar throws, and it's almost intercepted by Ellis Knight, but a nice defensive play there as he knocks the ball away. The intended receiver, number 81, Trey Epps.
But credit Kevin Andrews for hurrying that throw from Gaspara, as he was all over his blocker that time and was shoving him back in the backfield. Just almost got to Gaspar before he got the ball out of there.
And a great job by Ellis to stay where he needed to, because Eldon Miles came back in, and he was carrying a couple of people deep following him because he's got a great presence on the field, and that's what helped to shut him down.
Towns Homebow to do the kicking. He's standing at the 25-yard line. Back deep for the Tigers. It'll be Justin Day at the 30 in his own territory. It's a wobbler, but it is a high one. Hits it to 35, down to the 30. Justin picks it up and carries it. He'll get back to the 35, and now we got flags on that side of the field. And I believe that's going to probably be a face mask on the Irish.
Hard to see from here, but I sure hope that's what it's going to be, and I hope it's a big one, and we'll get 15 yards back.
As they confer with the white hat, he'll come this way to make the call. Dead ball personal foul, and they
going to mark 15 off on that one.
Off.
They must have done something there to Justin Day down on the bottom of the pile. Again, the official on the far side of the field right on top of that and threw the flag. So.
And no other call, so it's just strictly a personal foul. He did something he shouldn't have.
And prior to that, Justin, great job coming up, fielding the ball and taking it forward. Would have gotten 6 or 7 yards. Doesn't sound like a lot, but he stopped that roll toward the Ardmore goal and then ends up getting a personal foul call at the end of that.
And now the Tigers with the best field position they've had starting in a drive so far in the ball game as they take over 1st and 10 from the 50. McAdoo rolls to his right, throws out into the flat to Dante Miller, the intended receiver just over his head though and out of reach. It'll be incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Boy, had the matchup they wanted, had Dante Miller being covered by a linebacker there. And Dante had about 6 or 7 yards of separation, but Drew had to hurry the throw a little bit, just was not able to make the accurate throw.
Kurt Baldwin comes off for the Irish as they send in a new lineman. McAdoo comes from the other side with the play. They'll send Gresham over to the far side. It'll be Justin Day over here to the near side. He's on the hash mark right side, and Dante Miller in the slot. I formation. They'll pitch to Colbert. He cuts back and then steps up, gets up to the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2, and it'll be 3rd down and a long 8.
And it doesn't sound like a lot, but John Kringer, the linebacker, in the backfield that time on the right side, and Jimmy Colbert just stopped in his tracks and ducked around him just to get what he did there because it looked like a loss when he first took the pitch.
3rd and 8's great when you consider that could have been 3rd and about 16, 17.
No kidding.
Because he was deep in the backfield.
5:23 in the 3rd. Tigers trail by 11, 14-3 the score. The Irish have led after 2 big plays, basically. The only scores of the ball game. McAdoo to throw. Miller caught at the 37-yard line. It'll be good for the 1st down. The Radio Shack 1st down. Radio Shack of Ardmore. Move the chains and mark it there.
Looked like a little comeback route there as he just kind of ran off Patrick Weaver, the speedy defender and also tailback for Bishop McGuinness, came back to the football. And yeah, Tigers starting to feeling it coming around on offense here. Need another good drive. Had one in the 2nd. Be a nice chance to go down and pick up some points right here.
Had a nice drive at the end of the 1st half with about 2 minutes to play. Capped it off with a field goal. Like I said, want to come out and move the football here in the 1st possession and the 2nd half. McAdoo draw play to Colbert. Colbert up to the 35, 34. And that's where they'll mark him there. 2nd down and 10. Or 2nd down and 8.
Did you see? No, go ahead, David. He saw the same thing I did.
Well, I'm not sure what you saw. Tell me what you saw because it kind of confused me a little bit.
I saw a wide receiver wide open for the Tigers down the sideline. Nobody covered him, but that was a running play from the start there as it was just a pitch going right. But the wide receiver, they forgot about him.
I think if Colbert had gone left instead of right on that play, there was a bigger hole over there, but he followed blocking, and they kind of gummed it up on the right. If he'd gone left, he might have got more yardage.
Now they spread them out with 4 receivers, left and right, 2 each. McAdoo throws to his left, and he'll be thrown off balance. Justin Day, the intended receiver. It'll be incomplete as it was thrown behind him. And it'll be 3rd down and 7 for the Tigers.
Robert Gordon out there also on that pass route. 3 receivers to the left side. Gresham back to the right. He broke toward the middle of the field. And Drew trying to throw it to his left just a little too tall.
McAdoo having a hard time here these last couple of plays. Kind of getting rushed just a little bit and throwing off his back foot, kind of leaning back, and the ball settling on him a little bit.
A little bit more pressure from the Irish defense here in the 2nd half. Colbert, the lone back, 2 left and 2 right. McAdoo throws over the middle and incomplete, or intercepted, is Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. The ball got tipped at the line of scrimmage, and it was picked off by the Irish at the 20-yard line. So that's where they'll take over, 1st and 10.
That's Blake Patterson with the interception there. And he just outfought Jermaine Gresham for the football.
Gresham, it was tipped, and it was right at him.
Well, Gresham that time kind of got rubbed off by another defender ahead of him, and it kind of slowed him down while the ball was in the air. And I really kind of expected to maybe see a flag on that one. He never had a chance to get to the ball there before Patterson could get it because of the rub-off.
I think Jermaine wanted the flag, too, as he got up kind of frustrated. Gaspar under center. Man in motion to the right. I formation. Hands off to Weaver. Weaver stacks through, busts through, hits the big play to the 40, and he's out of here. 50, 40,
we got the
30,
angle.
20,
not the speed.
5. Touchdown Irish.
Another big play. Pitch to the tailback going right, and boy, that hurts right there as that's going to dig a little deeper ditch for the Tigers to crawl out of here in the 2nd half.
3:44 in the third quarter is now the Irish lead 20-3 as the Tigers defense has shut down Weaver all night long, and all of a sudden he busts through the line and he was into the secondary very quickly.
I thought we might have the angle, but he has got great speed. As he hit that sideline, he kicked in the turbo.
Matt Brown to do the kicking for the extra point. There's the snap. Kick is up. And it's good, and that's going to make it 21-3. Bishop McGuinness leads over the Tigers from Ardmore. We're back after this on 95.7 KKHA. Connelly Field, Bishop McGuinness High School, where the Irish of Bishop McGuinness have gone up 21-3 over the Ardmore Tigers. 3:44 left in the third quarter. Matt Brown to do the kicking. It'll be Jermaine Gresham back deep along with Dante Miller. They're standing at their own 7-yard line. The up men will be Marquise Booker and Jimmy Colbert at the 20. Matt Brown's kick. It's a high boomer. It's going to be fielded by Jermaine Gresham at the 10, 15 to the 20. Hits the seam, fumbles the football. And let's see what they say. I believe the Tigers recovered it, and they do.
I think Justin
Day who recovered the football. It'll be 1st and 10 Tigers from the 27-yard line.
Boy, Ardmore needs something good to happen in a hurry here at 21-3. Going to have to throw the football.
That last touchdown?
78 yards. Of course, Weaver, we've heard about Weaver all week. Patrick Weaver, he just took a pitch going right, ran through a couple of tacklers, and when he hit the sideline, there was just no catching him. 78 yards for the score, and a 21-3 lead with 3:35 remaining in the third quarter.
That summary brought to you by Crystal Clear Communications, 808 12th Street, Northwest in Ardmore, your authorized Verizon wireless agent. They bring you the scoring summary each and every week. McAdoo back to pass, and now he's takes too much time and lost the football and fumbled. The Irish pick it up, and they're going to take it in the end zone, and it's going to be a touchdown. And just like that, the Tigers are now down 27-3. As I believe McAdoo thought it was going to be an incomplete pass, but it was caught before it hit the ground.
And pick up the number. What number was that, Gus? Was it 35? I
believe it was.
I'm trying to see him on the sidelines right now.
32.
32 would be John Kringer. Okay. Well, that is not what the Tigers needed. Turnover and a quick 6 points and maybe 7 here. Tigers got a big mountain to climb.
And it's going to be Matt Brown to do the kicking. The hold is up. The kick is up, and it is good. And it's going to be 28-3 as back-to-back scores there from the Fighting Irish, as the Tigers now have a huge hole to dig themselves out of here in the fourth quarter. We're back after this on 95.7 KKJ. Bishop McGuinness High School, as the Tigers now trail 28-3 with 3:24 left in the third. Back-to-back touchdowns. Patrick Weaver with a 78-yard run or 72-yard run, and then
Stephen Jason is what we've got here.
Stephen Jason with an interception, I'll say, as it looked like I guess McAdoo's arm got hit. He kind of caught the ball and took it into the end zone from the 15-yard line. Matt Brown to do the kicking. Back deep, it'll be Jermaine Gresham and Dante Miller. There's the kick. It's a high boomer. Gresham fields it at the 15, 20, 25, cuts up the middle, up to the 40. Still on his feet, loses the football, and Robert Gordon falls on it. So the Tigers will keep it at the 41-yard line, but that's twice Jermaine Gresham has lost the football on the return.
Well, the wheels just coming off for the Tigers. Got a great run back right up the middle of the field there. Just the ball busted loose. Still pretty good field position, but 3:15 remaining, down 28-3. McGuiness with the lead. Tigers got to put the ball in the air.
As the ball went forward into Irish territory, and the Tigers with real good field position here as they'll start from the 49.
Great job by Robert Gordon to be alert and fall on that ball.
McAdoo will come under center. 4 receivers out. Back to pass. Blitz is coming. He throws to the left side. Robert Gordon, the intended receiver, he turned in. The ball went out, and it's going to be incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
Eldon Miles in coverage over there. Looked like Drew was kind of throwing an out pattern there, and Robert Gordon was breaking it back to the middle part of the field there. And you know what's tough here is the D-line. Here's back. To
keeps it, goes around the left side. 45 down to the 40. Cuts up field up to the, and almost breaks it loose, but he'll be driven out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So it'll be a gain of almost 18 yards.
And at this point, you'll take whatever they'll give you. And McAdoo, great job getting outside with his speed. Defeated one tackler out there, and really, if the field had been a little wider, might have taken that one away.
About a foot over on that side as he stepped out of bounds at the 31-yard line. That's where they spot the ball, and the Tigers 1st and 10 on the Radio Shack of Ardmore, 1st down. McAdoo back to pass, throws to the flat. Jermaine Gresham catches it at the 25, down to the 23, and across the 20. Mark it at the 19-yard line, just shy of the 18. So a nice job there by Jermaine Gresham.
Well, Jermaine just caught that ball and just lunged his big body downfield, and it's amazing how far he was able to take it through the black jerseys down there to inch it toward that goal line. 2:51 remaining now in the 3rd quarter.
Another Radio Shack 1st down as they move the chains. It's at the 19-yard or the 16-yard line. McAdoo back to pass. Looks, throws the fade into the end zone. Jermaine Gresham goes to it. Tiger fans want a flag as Chris Gaspar gets a hand on it, knocks the ball down. It'll be incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Double coverage, Gaspar and also Eldon Miles both back there on Jermaine Gresham as they had him pretty much bracketed there. It was a pretty good pass, though, as it was in perfect position there for Jermaine to make the catch. The defender just reached in and raked it out.
Yeah, coming across the middle there was Dante Miller on that one. If they came back with that play, not on this one, the next one, and just went to Miller across the middle, they'd probably be able to score again. They're really watching Jermaine and ignoring Miller.
Spreading the defense again. McAdoo on a keeper tries to get outside and can as number 45, Towns Homebow, tracks him down and drops him for a loss of 3, maybe 4 yards. It'll be marked all the way back to the 20. And that's it'll be 3rd down and 14.
Well, linebackers in the backfield are never good for your offensive set, and Drew just didn't have a chance to make a play on that, as there were 3 or 4 black jerseys back there with him when he got the ball and rolled to his right side.
Some awfully big young men on their left side of their defense, and they're kind of overpowering our line right now. Of course, we have a pretty small line out there too, so they've worked really hard this year.
4 receivers out again. McAdoo back to pass. Blitz is on screen. Is it caught by Dwan or Marquise Booker? He gets down to the 15, 14-yard line. It'll be shy of the 1st down, but it does get him back.
Well, I think we're in 4-down territory at this point in the game with 1:33 left in the 3rd quarter. I think they're going to go for it on 4th and 8.
And probably a nice call there as you're having a tough time protecting your passer anyway. Throw that center screen there. Just let the rush come in, dump the ball over their head. But that was well played as Bishop McGuinness reacted well after the screen.
McAdoo under center. Three receivers over here to the right side, one to the left. Robert Gordon out there. Marquise Booker in the backfield. McAdoo rolls to his right side, looks to throw, does, and it's tipped and almost intercepted. And then the intended receiver, Dante Miller, it'll be incomplete, and the Tigers turn it over on down.
Big pressure that time from Tyler Cunningham, another senior, 255-pounder back there in Drew's face. Drew double clutched a little bit, tried to force that ball in there, and it was booted around a little bit, but nobody came up with it.
Really got hit just as he threw the football as well. And it'll be 1st and 10. The Irish will take over from the 16-yard line. I'll say the 15-yard line. Tiger defense definitely needs to hold here.
That would be an understatement. 28-3 the lead.
Well, you'd like to see him hold for a 3-and-out, get good field position again going into the 4th quarter. Gaspar under center. Man in motion to the right side. He's got an I formation behind him. Hands off to the first man through. He busts up the line, gets up to the 21, 22-yard line before he's finally brought down.
That's Clay Taylor, the fullback, and I was just going to say, probably don't expect to see McGuiness do anything too fancy here with a nice lead, time running out in the 3rd quarter. Not going to put it up in the air too much down on their own end of the field with a 28-3 lead already.
I would be shocked at this point to see if they did anything but stay on the ground the rest of the game.
Probably a steady dose of 22 back there, although he's not in the backfield right now.
No, he's over here to the left side in the slot. Or Gaspar under center, though. But they'll give you Taylor, and Taylor bounces, tries to get to the
Another
outside.
Face mask.
Breaks the tackle, hits the 30, 35, 40. 45, all the way up to the 49-yard line, and then they're going to tack another 10 or 15 on top of that as one of the Tigers reached up, grabbed the face mask, tried to bring him down back deep. But
David Polk, is that 3 or 4 face masks Tigers have had called on them tonight?
I think that's going to be 4 face masks. One of the things that I'm going to be a little disappointed that they didn't see, though, in that is the official that threw the face mask, it was clearly there, but as he's watching that, we got a pretty significant block in the back about 3-4 yards ahead of that, and he didn't catch that because he wasn't seeing it. There are 2 flags on the field, so we're going to see what they're going to do.
Maybe the guy on the other side saw it. We got holding against the Irish and a personal foul face mask against the Tigers. Offsetting, and that we'll do it all over again.
We're real fortunate with that.
Yeah, that's good. When you trade 10-yarder for a 15-yarder, you'll take that, won't you?
That and the fact that he went all the way up to the 49-yard line. So
no doubt. And you know, one of the things that I've seen is, particularly with this crew, is there have been no 5-yard face masks. Everyone they've thrown has been flagrant, and I haven't really seen it that way necessarily from up here, but that's what they're doing. Again, we'll trade a 10 for 15 anytime.
Well, and especially after what Terry said about a 25-yard carry by the fullback there.
Yeah. So
they lost a lot.
Actually, in the Tigers' favor that it was offsetting penalty.
Well, sure, because they're going to tack on another 15 after that 25-yard run for the face mask. So we came out smelling like that proverbial rose on that one.
I think the Irish will try to get one more playoff here as the 3rd quarter comes to a close, but they're not going to get it done. Gaspar just walks over here to the sideline. And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter, where the damage has been done. It's 28-3 now. The Irish of Bishop McGuinness lead over the Ardmore Tigers. We're back after this on 95.7 KKHL. Tigers looked like they'd moved the football late in the 2nd half, first ball game of and just unable to make it work. And David, it's just been
yes, it is. It's been a tough 4th quarter here, 3 quarters for the Tigers as they're down again 28-3.
Offset, pro set, and then they'll hand off to Weaver. Weaver will get his way up to the 24-yard line. Patrick Weaver, the ball carrier. It'll be a gain of maybe a yard. And it'll be 3rd down and a yard to go. As they mark it at the 24. Billy's back.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
And it's not good news from the other area game going on up in the Oakland City area. Plainview trailing 28-7, 10 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. So both of the Ardmore area teams really struggling on the scoreboard right now.
That's the Millwood Falcons. As we got a pro set. And play action to the right side. Gaspar looks to throw, does. Caught at the 28, and he'll be driven out of bounds. Number 32, John Kringer. That time the Ardmore defense swarmed and drove him out of bounds at the 28-yard line. It'll be good for a first down, though, and they'll move the chains.
Unfortunately, it's a good play. Got him bumped out of bounds, but the clock is the biggest enemy right now for the Tigers. Obviously, the scoreboard doesn't help a whole lot, but 11 minutes remaining and a big deficit, 25-point deficit to make up, and Tigers can't allow too many first downs if they want to have any chance of coming back.
At the 28-yard line, I'm sure we'll see another Weaver run here as Gaspar under center. Hands off to Weaver. Weaver tries to go over the right side. Nothing there as it'll be a loss of a yard. They'll mark it back there at the 26-yard line. It'll be second down and 11.
Terry, we talk about that Plainview score, down 28-7 to the Millwood Falcons. One of the two losses on the year for Bishop McGuinness was to the Millwood Falcons. So we knew they were pretty good coming in, and McGuinness has got a fine squad, as we have seen tonight. So that is not, that's pretty tough duty. And a 2A school beating up on a 5A school, that's impressive.
10 minutes left in the ball game. I formation. Gaspar hands off to Weaver. Weaver over the right side. He's going to run into the Tigers, though. Who is that? That's Stephen Lee.
Yeah, Stephen Lee got up on that one, kind of head-to-head, met him, and just brought him right down. I don't know that Weaver was really expecting that. I thought he might run through him, but Stephen put the hit on him.
You know, for momentum purposes and also to shorten the field, Tigers need a turnover. Need to pop that ball loose, strip somebody.
Make something happen, and you're right, Billy, is if they can shift the momentum and get the offense charged up a little bit.
They need one of those mid-air fumbles or something to happen.
Something where they can take it in, where the defense can score a touchdown or something like that. Weaver with the football as he protects it well. He gets up to the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 4th down and 7, and they'll have to punt it away.
Or how about a run back?
or something like that. Like you said, a quick score, something to charge the momentum and shift it. Because right now it's all in the hands of the Irish.
Anything positive.
You just got to go do what you need to do. Justin Day, again, on that the last punt they had, he made some things happen, took a chance, and really what Justin needs is a punt that he can get to on the fly with a little momentum as he moves down the field.
Hombo, the punter, standing on his own 18-yard line. Justin Day at the 35 in his territory. It's a line drive kick, and Justin Day fields it at the 35. Tries to get to the outside on the right. Can't get there as good coverage downfield. Number 7, Clay Taylor with the tackle as he catches it at the 35 and a return to the 37. And that's where the Tigers will take over, 1st and 10.
Well, 8:35 remaining. Tigers with 3 timeouts left. And going to have to put the ball up, obviously, in the air.
You need a quick score and then an onside kick and another quick score just to get back.
And an onside kick and another quick score.
Well, that would be.
That's positive thinking.
That's positive thinking. You know, we have to come up with plans. I formation. Gresham here to the near side. Justin Day in the slot. Nobody to the right. Pitch, reverse. Justin Day, halfback pass. Throws downfield. McAdoo goes up, tries to catch it, can't get there. As the Irish weren't fooled, but nice coverage downfield.
I think that was Blake Patterson, number 16, back there in coverage. The ball hung up a little bit there, and Drew not able to out-jump 2 defenders back there for McGuinness as they actually were home. They played that well.
And that was a play that we've not run this year, so it wasn't something they could have seen on film. And again, their defense did a great job of staying where they needed to.
Well, I think at this point in the ball game, though, you know that the if you're down 28-3, you're obviously going to be pulling out the stops, trying things. McAdoo back to pass, throws deep. Gresham caught and knocked away as Eldon Miles gets a hand up in there and knocks it down, as I thought Gresham had it at the 30, but it'll be incomplete. 3rd down and 10, as it was a beautifully thrown football.
Initially looked like it was going to be a great job by Gresham pinning his defender on his back, used his body to wedge in there to get the inside area there to make the reception, and really just a great play again by Eldon Miles as he reached in there and stripped the football out of Gresham's hands.
Miles working hard out there on him. Again, he was isolated on him. Everybody else was on the left side of the field running fly patterns, and we just couldn't come down with the ball.
Button starter and alternator repair brings you the sideline report each and every week. 28 North Commerce in Ardmore. McAdoo back to pass, rolls to his left, decides to keep it, runs up the middle, gets to the 40. And that's going to be 4th down and about 7 now for the Tigers.
Again, McAdoo coming back and really having nobody to throw to. The coverage was just too good there, and he tried to turn it into a run and picked up a couple of yards, but just nothing there against this McGuiness defense. They've shut us down in this second half.
Well, they've got a great physical defensive line. They've got very active defensive backs and some good linebackers. So there's not too many weaknesses out there on D.
McAdoo under center, back to pass. He's going to get tracked from behind. He's under pressure, throws downfield. The intended receiver, Dante Miller, it'll be incomplete as it goes over his head and out of bounds. And that'll be a turnover on downs, as the Irish will now have it with good field position at the 40-yard line with 7:33 left in the ballgame.
So the Tigers have gone for it on the last 2 possessions on 4th down, have not been able to convert either one of them. And this time, Bishop McGuinness is going to have great field position at the 41-yard line of the Tigers. 7:33 remaining. McGuinness with the lead, 28-3.
Tigers off to, or the Irish get off to a quick start as they take their first possession from scrimmage and march it down the field for 7 points. Then it was a pretty tightly contested ball game the entire first half. Irish scored late in the right at the end of the first half after an Ardmore field goal. Now they'll hand off to Weaver. Weaver cuts up, sidesteps, and falls forward. He'll get up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
The Tigers had done a good job on Patrick Weaver. Had 20 yards at halftime, but unfortunately had a 78-yard touchdown run in this second half. So he's over 100 yards, I'm sure, by now.
Went off the right tackle, first play from scrimmage in the second half for the Irish, and
actually had 97 yards at the end of the 3rd, so obviously over the 100-yard mark now is Patrick Weaver.
I formation for the Irish. Strong right side. They'll hand off to the fullback. He'll barrel his way up to the 31-yard line. It'll be just shy of the 1st down, and it'll be 3rd down and a short 1.
Tigers have really worked hard. Again, we've talked about it a couple of times tonight, guys, but their offensive line and their defensive line both significantly have the poundage advantage there, and they're starting to just wear our guys down.
Tigers have been outsized all season long. The Lions have done a very good job most of the season and able to get the Tigers to the playoffs. As the Irish are going to take a timeout. They didn't like what they saw defensively. We'll take one as well. We're back after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Kellogg Chevrolet Coaches Show, the last edition of the Coaches Show, as we'll finish out this season. As the Irish try for it on 3rd down, it'll be a keeper. Gaspar goes over the right side, crosses the 30, down to the 29-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. It'll be right at the, he's got the spot. It'll be good for a 1st down. They'll move the chains. Again, that's 8:30 tomorrow morning live from the Prairie Kitchen. Mike Ellick Chevrolet Coaches Show. Well, I'll have all the area coaches that are still playing, because there's quite a few, Tishomingo, Lone Grove, and Ardmore, as well as Plainview tonight, and Ringling, Hilton, a bunch of others. So we'll try to have them all at the Prairie Kitchen for breakfast tomorrow. We'll line out who won, who lost, and who's going on next week. I formation. They'll hand off to the fullback. He's going to get brought down from behind by Dante Moore. Nice tackle there. It'll be no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Maybe a gain of a half yard.
Dante, go ahead, Terry.
5:24 left in the game here in the 4th quarter, and the Tigers are showing a lot of heart and working and doing the things they need to out there. McGuiness, I think, is just going to overpower us tonight.
It's a couple of tough breaks. The Tigers still in the ball game till, I think, till that turnover right at the put them up 28-3 there. Weaver over the right side. Defense stacks him back at the 29-yard line, so it'll be no gain again. That's going to be Kevin Andrews,
Marquise Booker, and
Booker and Brian Booker.
A couple of juniors there. There's a bright spot for the Tigers. Those guys will be back next season. I think this Tiger defense has outsmarted a lot of folks. Thought the Tigers would really fall off, especially defensively, with the losses to graduation last year, and they jumped up and surprised a lot of folks.
And most of them are returning.
Yeah.
I think there's only 1 or 2 that are they'll be losing.
Dante Moore's a senior
this year. That's about it.
Gene Cormier.
Gene Cormier, key component inside, but there's a flag on the play, and it's a delay of game, according to the David Seeley, the Ardmore. He's absolutely correct.
Yes, it is. The clock went off there. They've gotten a little slow. I really think Gaspar right now is trying to work that play clock, and it just caught him there.
With 4:14 left in the ball game, he's doing what he's supposed to, though.
Well, I just, as Roger Morgan handed me some stats a while ago, and we talked about the fine young tailback for
Weaver.
McGuiness. Patrick Weaver has over 100 yards on 15 carries. I think 107 yards on 15 carries, so he has had a good night.
I formation. And they'll hand it play action to Weaver. He'll roll. Gaspar rolls his right. Now he dumps it off in the flat. It's going to be caught at the 20.
That's Stephen Lee.
Or Stephen Lee just won't let go.
He's trying to strip that football, reached around him, and you have to credit that young man for securing the football. That's Trey Epps. As Stephen Lee doing all he could to just pick his pocket there and try to get that football wrestled away.
But still wouldn't let go of him either.
Stephen Lee's got a lot of heart. He'll be a lot of fun to watch next year again. One of those juniors that has shown Coach he can do a lot of things on defense.
It's at this point in the game when you start thinking about the seniors on the Tiger squad. Of course, Drew McAdoo, Gene Cormier. We talked about some of them, Dante Moore, the guys that starts to settle in, that maybe the season's slipping away from them a little bit.
Maurice Grant, Brandon McCarroll. They hand off to the fullback. Now Gaspar pulls it out, and this time he gets stacked up. It's going to be Justin Fields with a nice tackle there, along with Robert Gordon. It'll be a turnover on downs, and the Tigers will take over 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line.
You know, one of the things we talked about there, we talk about Weaver having his 107 yards, Billy, but again, 19 carries and 107 yards, but 78 of that 107 came on just one play.
Absolutely.
So the Tigers did a great job containing him tonight. You just take that one play away, and so he's had a good night because of it.
They'll spread the defense out with 4 receivers. Gresham by himself to the near side. It'll be 3 to the right. They'll throw it out into the flat. Dante Miller at the 30, 35, up to the 40. Before he's brought down, or just shy of the 40, they'll mark him at the 39-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, and another Radio Shack first down. It's Radio Shack of Ardmore. Check them out for Dish Network, HD TVs, all the latest and greatest RC cars and toys for Christmas. It's Radio Shack of Ardmore, 1107 Grand. McAdoo throws it out into the flat. It's caught at the 30 or at the 45, but he'll stay in bounds. Robert Gordon, the receiver, can't get out, is The clock will continue to run now with 2:51 left in the ball game.
One last gas for the Tiger offense. Jimmy Colbert, Justin Day, some of these guys a chance to, they'd like to have a touchdown at the end just for pride's sake.
McAdoo throws out to the outside. Gresham catches it at the 50. It steps out of bounds. It'll be good for a first down, a Radio Shack first down, and they'll move the chains.
That's Robert Gordon on the reception there, Terry. He's played wide receiver tonight and has done a good job. Has played cornerback well all year. Chance to get another good athlete on the field. And Robert Gordon, just a junior. He'll be back next year.
As they break the huddle, they'll send 3 receivers over here to the near side, 1 to the far side. McAdoo back to pass, throws to Miller, comes across on a little slant pattern, hits the 47-yard line. 2nd down and 7.
Boy, Dante ducked under a forearm there from the linebacker as 45 Towns Hombo came up and was going to lay the forearm to him. He just ducked underneath him.
2:17, and now we've got a timeout. McGuiness is, the coach is not happy. Even though his team is up, he's definitely not happy with his defense as he's getting on to him. We'll take a timeout and be back after this on 95.7 KKJ. City, where the Irish have figured out what they want to do defensively now. After the timeout, McAdoo, it's 2nd down and 7. They throw it out into the flat, and this time it's caught, but he's brought down immediately as Joseph Kringer gets in and makes the tackle at the 48-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 7. The clock continues to run this time. 2 minutes left in the ball game. 28-3 the score. Tigers trying to put a score up before the end of the ball game. McAdoo throws. Gresham catches it at the 35. Still on this, and now he's brought down at the 35-yard line, and he fumbles the ball, but it is out of bounds.
The ball got an extra 10 or 15 yards there as it rolled downfield.
So another Radio Shack first down, though. Radio Shack of Ardmore. 11:07 Grand brings you the first down marker here tonight, and we appreciate that. Now McAdoo stays under center. Draw play to Colbert. 30 up to the 25, down to the 22-yard line. Jimmy Colbert with a nice run there. Makes another first down. Move it. The Radio Shack first down chains will move down the field, and the Tigers with a chance to make it a little more respectable here in the first round of the playoffs.
They will need to go score.
Colbert on a draw play again. This time he's stacked up at the 20-yard line. And 1:19 left in the ball game.
The Tigers with the timeout. Obviously, there's no quit in the Tigers. You got to be happy for Coach Lloyd to see the kind of effort he's getting out on the field right now. It's pretty much a hopeless situation, but a lot of pride at stake, and some seniors out there would like to have one more taste of the end zone before it's over with.
You guys have really worked hard this year. Again, you talk to seniors. I think we were down to 14 seniors this year in total on the team. Again, not a whole lot of them that were starting, out there tonight, but they've all worked really hard and have had some good years with last year and year before as teammates, and you hate to see it end in the first round of the playoff.
We're going to run down the seniors real quick for the Tigers. Drew McAdoo, of course, the quarterback, and also Joel Boyer, Maurice Grant, Brandon McCarroll, a senior this year, Justin Day, also JT DeBerry, along with Ryan Chandler, Matt Hicks, Tyler Burnham, seniors, Michael Dotson. Some of these get a lot of playing time, some don't get very much, and they've stuck it out all season and hung on. Ryan Keaton, the kicker, who's done a great job all season. Daniel Stroud, Gene Cormier, Also Dante Moore and Josh Lester and Kevin Moran. So congratulations to those guys as they finish out their senior year here in football. And we'll see more of these athletes through the season, baseball and basketball season. As McAdoo throws it out to the flat to Dante Miller. It's incomplete. It'll be second down and 7.
Well, the thing that I think about when you say that, all these guys have had an important role in the success this season for the Tigers. The Tigers came in thought to be in a little bit of a rebuilding mode, but they have, again, they have proven some people wrong and came in and played tough. And all these seniors have had a big hand in it, whether it be on the field or in practice. Some of them don't get to play as much as others, but they practice just as hard and kind of carry on the looks of the other team and do some things to help their team get better during the week. So congratulations to all these young men for a successful career.
5 receivers out now. There's 1:15 left in the ball game. McAdoo back to pass, throws the fade down in the end zone. Gresham can't quite hold on to it as Eldon Miles gets his hand on it and knocks it away. It'll be incomplete. 4th down now and 8. The ball on the 20-yard line. This will be the last opportunity here for the Tigers, unless they can either get the first down or score a touchdown.
And, you know, I got to think we might see Eldon Miles playing somewhere next year. He's a senior, but he's very athletic, has made several good plays tonight when it looked like Ardmore was just on the edge of completing a big pass play. And Eldon Miles is able to, with his athletic ability, to make kind of a late entry into the picture to break it up.
The Irish will advance. They'll take on the winner of the Tulsa-Washington game going on in Tulsa tonight. And I believe they were, I want to say they were playing Noble, but Strode? Rogue. Now there's a flag on the play. David Polk, what's going on out there?
Well, Jermaine Gresham coming across the middle, and he got blindsided before the ball ever got there. And he's really been hit across he's been hit going across the middle 2 or 3 times tonight, but that time is a little more blatant. So there'll be a pass interference call, and it'll be first down.
That was John Kringer got a little early there. He arrived just before the football did.
He was a lot early.
An automatic first down. Personal foul.
They have 2 fouls there. They've got a roughing the passer as well.
Tigers got off to a real shaky start, able to stay with it though, only down by 7, and then 7-3 with 2 minutes left in the first half, and then gave up one big play there to end the second half, made it 14-3 going into the locker room. Came out in the second half, looked like they were gonna be able to, they made some good adjustments. They had 3 and out, and then it all turned around on them.
Yeah, 77-yard touchdown run, Patrick Weaver, then a fumble recovery and run for Stephen Jason, and really just took the wind out of the sails for the Tigers.
Had back-to-back touchdowns in less than a minute right there. And
the officials are having a little bit of a discussion down here on the field. The ball was inside on the 19, so it has to be inside the 10 on that play, and they finally give them that first and goal inside the 10. It was going to be first and 10 at about the 10 1/4-inch line, I think, until they got it right.
Well, they had roughing the passer, which they took. The pass interference was declined, so it'll be first and 10 from the 9, or first and goal from the 9. The Radio Shack first down. McAdoo back to the pass, throws into the end zone. It's going to be incomplete as Lionel in at quarterback. All right. Was that Lionel? It is Lionel Jimenez in at quarterback.
They snuck him in the break there for the penalty situation.
Well, McAdoo took a pretty significant hit over there, and he's on the sideline, and he's kind of clearing the fog in his head just a little bit, because that was a pretty good late hit.
So Lionel Jimenez will finish out the season for the Tigers at quarterback, and he'll more than likely take over next year as he pulls it down, keeps it, runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Lionel Jimenez puts the Tigers, gets the score with 53 seconds left on the clock. That'll make it 28-9.
And you have to like the 1-2 in the Tigers there to take the ball down, get a score for pride there. And Lionel Jimenez, maybe the future of the Tigers there, as he'll be playing some quarterback next year after the great career. Drew McAdoo for the Tigers has had a great season, a great career, and we'll see him in probably basketball and also baseball on through this year.
And we know we'll see Jermaine Gresham, and I'm sure all of these young men still have a lot of this year left. Lots of things going on as they'll move into other sports. Lionel rolls to his right. They go for two, and it's caught and it's complete. So they make it 28-11 with 53 seconds left on the clock. We'll be back with the kickoff after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Set up for the Tigers as Ryan Keaton's going to do the kicking. At the 40, everybody lined up over by the Ardmore sideline. The kick is up, and it's going to be recovered by the Irish. And that's going to do it for the Tigers. I believe the number 42, David Klein, recovers it.
It's take a knee time.
They get number 32.
For Bishop McGuinness.
Yeah, I would think so. At 28-11 the score, 51 seconds left on the clock.
It's been a great season for the Tigers, the quarterback club, the Tiger moms, and all those support people, the stripers that stripe the field back for the home games. Everybody chips in. It's a lot of work, and it's been a great season, and just ended a little bit shorter than we wanted it to.
As the Irish take a knee, that's going to just about do it. There'll be one more play that they'll have to take. It's going to be 28-11 will be the final score as we wrap up this season, the 2004 season of Ardmore High School football here on 95.7 KKJ. We're going to try to talk to Coach Lloyd, as hopefully if we can get the mic to work, but he'll take a knee. That's going to do it. As the Irish of Bishop McGuinness will advance into the second round of the playoffs. The Tigers' season complete. They'll finish out the season 7-4. The final here again, 28-11. Let's take a timeout, and we'll come back and try to talk to Coach Lloyd right after this on 95.7 KKAJ. Bishop McGuinness High School, where the Ardmore Tigers in their season 28-11, the final score. Let's send it down to the Button sideline and David Polk with head coach Mike Lloyd.
And I am on the field right now with Coach Mike Lloyd. And Coach, a long, hard, tough night for the Tigers. Got a great bunch of seniors. It just wasn't for us tonight.
No, it wasn't. We made too many mistakes. Our kids played hard. I'm still proud of them as a football team. Nobody gave us a chance at the beginning of the year. We found a way to the playoffs, and these kids played hard. And 8th straight year we made the playoffs, so it says something about your program, says something about the quality kids you have. And, I'm proud of them. They're still winners. They played hard to the end. Now we didn't get some breaks. We dropped some balls. But, sometimes that happens. You got to keep competing. Our kids did that. And, I'm still proud of them, and I thought they had an outstanding year.
Again, Coach, when we talk about the year, that first game and the slow start that we had, and one of the things we looked at halftime was the 10-game stats, the regular season stats that showed our Ardmore Tigers outscoring their opponents 22-14 over a 10-game series, and so they did have a lot of heart and did a lot of great things this year.
Well, they did, and David, you know, they played hard every game. I thought we improved throughout the season. Again, you know, 50% of the teams that checked in didn't make the playoffs. These kids earned their way to the playoffs in a tough district, and you know, the good thing about it, we've got 18 of these kids coming back next year, and a lot of these seniors provided us with some good positive leadership, and we'll always be indebted for that. But again, we got a good nucleus coming. We hopefully maybe we can play McGuiness next year.
I hope that we can too, Coach. It's been a great year. Again, a great surprise for folks in Ardmore, because it was such a year that you lost so many seniors last year. And again, you can't say enough about the heart of these kids, because they came back when really, again, nobody gave them a shot to be in the playoffs. And here we are. We end up 7-4, but that's a great season for these Tigers.
It is a great season when you've got 2 returning starters, you got 20 new kids playing and starting for the first time, and you know, we're not happy about the outcome, but again, I'm proud to have coached these kids, and they're winners, and there's going to be a lot of these kids that go on, and you know, they're going to have a positive influence in society, and to me, that's what it's all about.
Thanks, Coach, for a good year. Guys, back up to you again, to 28-11 heartbreaker here at Bishop McGuinness, where the Tigers were just a little outmanned tonight, but we'll look forward to coming back again, as he says, 18 guys back. So I'll send it back up to you.
Thank you, David Polk, and the button starter and alternator sideline report, as he's been there each and every week, all season long. David, or Billy, you got some final statistics for us.
Yeah, it's one of those nights when if you look at the stat sheet, you would think that the Tigers won the football game, but sometimes the stat sheet doesn't tell the truth. And let me run down these for you. First of all, on the ground for the Tigers, 34 carries, 127 yards. For the Irish, 28 carries, 112 yards. Passing yards, Tigers had 124 yards. Drew McAdoo, 15 of 34, 1 interception. The Irish had 117 yards passing, 7 of 14 on the night for Gasbara. And total offense for the Tigers, 251 yards on 68 plays. For the Irish, 229 yards on 42 plays. Tigers dominated the time of possession, 27-20 for the Tigers to 20 minutes and 40 seconds for the Irish. But we talked about the problem with the big plays all night, and that's what happens to you with those big plays. The time of possession a little bit misleading there. Rushing stats for the Tigers, Jimmy Colbert finishes tonight, 14 carries, 60 yards. Drew McAdoo had 56 yards. A nice evening on the ground for Drew McAdoo, 18 carries for 56 yards. Also leading rusher also for Bishop McGuinness was Patrick Weaver, the young man we talked about. He finishes tonight 16 yards on 108, 16 carries, 108 yards on the night, and he is the guy that we heard about all week, and he certainly proved the point when he had a 77-yard touchdown run there in the third quarter.
You know what? Get that out there, Billy, for you.
I'll tell you what. Where's my water bottle?
You know, it's amazing. You look at the rushing yardage for the year for the Tigers, 1,586 yards. This was before tonight's ball game, on the you know, and only giving up 1,280 yards to their opponents rushing. So, really impressive.
I'm gonna have to hang tough. I don't have any water left, guys. My voice is about gone.
We appreciate each and all of our sponsors. I want to thank Radio Shack of Ardmore for joining us for the playoff game tonight, as well as the Luigi's Italian Restaurant. Make sure you listen Monday morning, 9 o'clock, for the Luigi's Playoff Challenge. Again, the Dama Bianca has sauteed with mushrooms. It's chicken or veal sauteed with mushrooms and a rich brandy cream sauce over spaghettini. And that's... You just
hope
need
they
to know
wrote that down.
You just need to know that on Monday morning when Terry Bell asks the question. And if you're
well, and thanks to Roger Morgan and David Seeley for the stats all season long. We couldn't survive without those guys. And I'll tell you, Terry's been a great season to work with you. I appreciate everything, and it has been a pleasure to follow the Tigers. This has been the team probably has as much heart as any team I've seen for the Tigers. Last week, the best game. I'm sorry it wasn't on television. In fact, I hope they replay it at some point, because everybody needs to see.
Contact Bill Allen if you want a copy of the last week's game on tape.
See that ball game. But
I know they have it on tape.
An honor and a privilege to follow the Tigers, and I look forward to it again next season.
An unexpected, great season from the Tigers, as they came in not expecting to make the playoffs, but they did it anyway, as they showed a lot of heart. Let's send it down. David Polk, your final thoughts on the season.
Again, when we talk about our season, guys, if you'd have told us at the beginning of the season that we were going to be 7-4.
Well, we lost you there. So
for the night.
There you go. You're back. All right. Now, say that again. If you thought we were 7-4 on the season, what?
Stand just in the right.
We've got to line him up.
And it's a great season for these guys.
We're losing you. We're sorry.
We know what he's saying.
We know what he's saying, though. If you'd have said we were 7-4 going into the season, we'd have said there wasn't no way. But thanks to Coach Lloyd and the coaching staff, able to get a lot out of these kids, a lot of heart and great effort from the Ardmore Tigers all season long. And I want to thank Billy Wallace and David Polk, because they've been here each and every game, made the trips, went to Altus, came to the city, made the trip to Duncan, you name it, and they've been able to stick with us on this. And I appreciate it. Thanks to all of our sponsors, Craddock Funeral Home, Toyota of Ardmore, Brad Fenton Motors, along with Bill Parker, New York Life, Billy Wallace, Shelter Insurance, Pharmacy Plus in Medill, who brought you the prescription for success every week, and a whole lot more. Can't thank them enough. As without the sponsors, this broadcast would not be possible. That's going to do it for us for the 2004 football season. Tigers finish it out 7-4 on the season. Is the final score here from Bishop McGuinness, 28-11. For David Polk, Billy Wallace, and Phil Osborne back at the studio again tomorrow morning, 8:30, live from the Prairie Kitchen, the Mike Kellick Chevrolet Coaches Show. I'll be there, and we'll talk about tonight's game. That's going to do it for us. Have a great night, everybody, and we'll talk to you on December the 3rd. Ardmore Tiger basketball starts. That'll be on 1240 KVSO. We'll kick that off December 3rd. Have a great weekend and enjoy the playoffs the rest of this year. Have a good night.